This is Ashley with WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 manga that deserve anime. For this list, we'll be looking at beloved manga series, new and old, that we feel are deserving of a high-quality anime adaptation. But what manga do you want to see as an anime? Let us know in the comments. And as always, you can catch me on Twitter at AshJBo, so head over there, give me a follow, and let me know which manga list you want to see next. If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below. Number 10, Spy Family. An espionage thriller, an unorthodox family drama, a gut-bustingly funny satire, this series is all of these and so much more. In order to maintain the fragile peace between the East and West, expert agent Lloyd, codename Twilight, is tasked with infiltrating the neighboring nation as a model citizen, along with a false family. Little does he know, his new bride, Yoru, while appearing dainty and sweet, is actually an assassin, and their new adoptive daughter, Anya, is an esper who can read minds. While this series never fails to earn a laugh, perhaps its biggest triumph is how it showcases the sweet dynamics of this pretend family. You will be willing to go to war to protect Anya. Number 9, 20th Century Boys. We're almost hesitant to include this legendary title, since its influence is so profound that it's likely fans wouldn't settle for anything less than a pitch-perfect adaptation of this sci-fi mystery thriller. One that's more akin to a Stephen King novel than your average seinen. Following the apparent suicide of a high school friend, Kenji's life is thrown into chaos at the turn of the century, with the rise of a deadly cult and other inhuman enemies lurking behind the scenes, hell-bent on global conquest. It would be nothing short of a Herculean task to adapt, but that doesn't mean it doesn't deserve it. Number 8, Dead Dead Demons DDDD Destruction. Why go with this title and not Inio Asano's other masterwork, Goodnight Punpun? For lack of a better term, Punpun is just too good. As a manga, it's as close to flawless as you can get, not to mention its subject matter are so bleak that we doubt a studio would go for it. His more recent venture, on the other hand, has just the right amount of adaptable Asano craziness. Tokyo has been invaded by aliens, there's war and mayhem everywhere, and yet life continues for two school friends as they head towards adulthood. It's chock full of Asano's socio-political commentary, dark and poignant to a T, yet highly enjoyable all the same. Number 7, Yotsuba. A slice of life that's so charming, you'll be left yearning for those blissful days of ignorant fun back when you were 5 years old. Eternally optimistic and eager for adventure, Yotsuba's everyday discoveries and blossoming friendships are bound to put a smile on your face, with her lack of understanding often being the gateway to all manner of quickfire gags. For those of you suffering major withdrawals due to a lack of Azumanga Dao, you'd best hope this successor gets picked up soon. Number 6, Siren. A common thread you'll find among many of these entries is that while their premise may be basic, it's the ways in which they excel in their chosen genre that allows them to rise above the rest, going from a typical high school rogue, happy to do anything for money, all the way to suddenly inhabiting an isekai world in search of a missing classmate. Ageha's journey throughout the life or death games of Siren has all the shonen goodness you could want, but handles it with enough finesse to leave you craving more. Seriously, the way this thing handles its battles and budding romance should make it the subject of envy. Number 5, Vagabond. Standing right alongside the likes of other monumental mangas such as Berserk, Kingdom, and Vinland Saga, This fictional retelling of the life and struggles of the sword saint Musashi Miyamoto is truly a diamond in the medium. Again, we'd normally hesitate to see something as immortalized as this be adapted. After all, we've seen what happened to Guts. And yet, after the awesomeness that was Vinland Saga's adaptation, we can't help but wonder if the source material could be done justice. You know what? Screw it. Just give all of these to Mappa and let them work their magic. Number 4. Komi Can't Communicate. Beautiful, silent, and by far the most popular girl in school, Komi's basically a goddess among her peers. There's just one problem. Komi is actually an extremely anxious girl who just wants to make some friends, but has a terrible time communicating her feelings to others. Enter the painfully mediocre Tadano, who actually sees through the veil of gossip surrounding Komi and promises to help her achieve her dream of making 100 friends. There's a reason why this series has caught fire. With its top-tier comedy and heartfelt interactions, even Komi's daily antics become endlessly endearing. Number 3. Record of Ragnarok. The gods have decided humanity is a plague and needs to be wiped out for good, at least until Brunhilde and her fellow Valkyries interfere, arguing that mankind deserves to fight for their survival. You know what that means? Tournament arc! Pitting the deities of every religion against the greatest heroes and villains in human history, the fight scenes in this series, as well as the interwoven backstories of each combatant, are immense in their magnitude. Just when you get over the monumental sight of Adam trading blows with Zeus, along comes Jack the Ripper to take on the might of Hercules. It truly is the best kind of culture clash. Number 2. Delicious in Dungeon.
モンスターは食材だ。スライム、マンドレイク、クラーケン、そしてドラゴン。
No matter what your skill level, class, or race, all adventurers get hungry, especially when they spend all day traversing deeper into dungeons. So, what happens when they run out of produce and are left to fend for themselves without a bite to eat? Simple, you just start to cook the monsters. As hilarious as it is unique, watching Leos and his merry band of misfits venture further into the dungeon to save his sister from the belly of a red dragon never stops being an endearing parade of culinary hijinks, especially when you stop asking how are they going to kill this creature and start wondering how are they going to turn it into something tasty. Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Garoden, from the creator of Baki, only with way more wrestling. Plus-sized elf. Okay, I'm just putting this one on here because I love Erafuda. A Bride Story. A gorgeous historic drama that will make you fall in love with its spirited lead, and rugs. Lots and lots of rugs. Mobile Suit Crossbone Gundam, the sequel to the worst Gundam entry, which is actually pretty damn good. Fire Punch, one of the best manga of the decade, but this next entry by the same author might suit an anime adaptation better. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Chainsaw Man. You have to admire the gory purity of this premise. Guy gets hired by Yakuza to kill demons, gets betrayed, left for dead, until his pet devil fuses with him and turns him into a living chainsaw hybrid that can tear through whatever comes his way. With dreams of a simple life and his crush, there's nothing our boy Denji won't do to achieve it, even if it means hacking his way through monsters and madmen with his new body, which again is now made up of chainsaws. And no, it never stops being epic. Bring on the carnage. So, do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.